New evening, new topic. This one is about something that I struggled with for a while that is becoming easier. Basically, it's about asking for help. Asking for help has never come easy to me. I remember when I was a kid, well into my early adult life, and it's an ego thing really, even now. I don't like asking for help. I never did. I wanted to do everything on my own, and I mean everything. I don't need anybody. I'm completely self-sufficient. Don't need any help at all from anybody. I can take care of me. And it's also one of the greatest lies I ever told myself. There's a reason that if that were true, then I would be the only human on this planet. There's a reason there's 7 billion of us. We've all experienced different things. We've all seen life from different perspectives. And we're basically meant to connect and know each other better and interact with each other and learn things from each other, not just on our own. I guess the first time that I can remember where I really had to surrender to asking for help was when I started working for Firestone, and I knew absolutely nothing about cars. But my new coworkers did. They were experts. They knew a lot. And I had to lean on them and ask questions because I didn't want to make mistakes and have things come back or screw up someone's vehicle. So here I am 19 years later. I've become a bit of the expert. No, it's long before then. I can't count how many people have evolved in that place, going through the doors, in and out, sometimes weeks, sometimes months. And a lot of times, these people didn't know as much as I did. They knew maybe a little more than I did when I started. And I ended up having to train them. I've taught a lot of people to do brake jobs and wheel alignments in particular over the years. So, that brings me to now. Well, yeah, I guess 10 years ago, I had an experience. I realized, that was probably the biggest wake-up call, thinking that I had it all understood, that I could take care of me and I didn't need anyone else's help. Meanwhile, I was depressed and falling apart on the inside because I wouldn't ask for help, because I buried everything. My foolish pride. Yeah, I broke down. I went to see a professional. I went to see a counselor, and my life turned around within a year. Within a year, I moved out on my own. Almost complete transformation. This is still ongoing. The last 10 years have been amazing, and they're only getting better. They've gotten a lot better recently. I'll get into that, but anyway, this is mostly about the value of asking for help, because we don't know everything, and maybe we are able to learn things and find our own answers on our own, but the amount of growth we can experience is accelerated when you ask for help from a professional. So, yeah, there were my coworkers I learned from. There was my therapist that I learned from, how to deal with depression and overcome the depression that I'd been through and the reasons for it. And right now, recently, I started working out at the gym, and it occurred to me, I'm not really 100% sure I know how to use the equipment. I've gone to the gym on and off, trying to learn everything on my own, not seeing huge results. I see some, but not huge. So I decided, you know what? Maybe it's time I hired a personal trainer. I'm going to Planet Fitness. I asked up at the front desk if they know anyone, figuring they would. Turns out that they do have one on hand, and it's free with my membership, so that's even better. So that experience so far, I've had one meeting, and already, I was using the equipment wrong. Go figure. It's nice to have professional help. Obviously, professional, has been doing this a long time, expert in it. You get help from an expert who already knows how to do this stuff. Instead of figuring it out on your own, you're going to grow that much faster. Which brings me to probably the most extraordinary experience that I've had as of late with asking for help. I've been on this journey of self-growth, self-improvement for a while now, well, like I said, the last 10 years. And it's been simply amazing. The perspectives that I view life from, the joy that I have, the gratitude that I have for everything. It's just amazing. I feel better than I felt in my entire life, and it only gets better. But if you'd asked me that a few months ago, shit, I was still miserable. I was depressed again. I was grieving the loss of my girlfriend who passed away over 2.5 years ago now. And it was during that grieving process that I was doing anything to try to not feel miserable. As much as I tried, it was something that I had to go through, that I had to process, that had to come to pass. And there was nothing I could do to speed up that process. Time was the only thing that could heal it, to get me through it. So, here's where the story gets interesting. I was on Facebook scrolling and someone posted a couple videos. And I hadn't laughed so hard in such a long time. The videos were made by J.P. Sears. They were how to be offended and if meat eaters acted like vegans. I was like, wow, I haven't laughed that hard in a while. Let me see what else he's got. So, realizing they came from YouTube, I checked out his YouTube channel. And I watched all of them. Every single last one, starting with the newest down to the oldest. And as I started getting into the older ones, I started realizing, wow, he didn't just do comedy. I'm like, what are all these? A lot of very serious videos dealing with serious emotional problems, similar to the experiences I was going through being depressed and after grieving and currently grieving the loss of my girlfriend. So, come to find out, the comedy he was doing was new to him, and it turned out to be his passion. That's the path he was beginning to follow, and the older videos had to do with his experience as a life coach and emotional healer, which is something that I felt I definitely needed at that point because I was horribly in pain after my loss. So, it was a few months after I started watching his videos and everything, following him, he started an online community. He started Awaken with JP Premium AF, which was geared more towards his life coaching experience. Without hesitation, I signed up the first day. Each week, he puts out a video lesson. He encouraged making videos to respond to those lessons and encouraged supporting others in the community. It became what I looked forward to every Wednesday, something positive to look forward to. I was able to watch the video, take in the lessons, interact with other members of the community. I received a lot of support with some of the things I was going through. I was also able to give back a lot of support because other people were struggling with things that were very similar to what I had been through. It felt good to be a part of something, and knowing that just maybe I was helping some people at the same point, getting the same level of support from that group. It was amazing. It still is. So, yeah, I actually made some friends in that group. I'm just eternally grateful, but it gets better because I guess it was a few months ago, like maybe sometime late summer, that JP got some of his closest friends involved in the community as the tribe of mentors. One of them, I guess, watched some of my videos and how I was interacting with the community, and he reached out to me. He's a life coach, and he offered me one free lesson, one free coaching call. And from that one call, his message really resonated with me. So I hired him for a 12-week program where I would be working on the things that I'm still struggling with. I've made a lot of progress. I made a lot of progress just being in that group before. I would never be making videos and posting them to Facebook and YouTube and doing live videos and Instagram. I gained the confidence to do that by being in JP's group. But when I met this life coach, that's just starting to take things to a whole new level. When the 12 weeks were up, I spent a weekend with him in person working on those things, making improvements, really understanding the true value of meditation, yoga, what else? Breathing, a lot of breath work, making these connections between it all, and being able to use those to clear your mind, to gain clarity and focus. And on that weekend down there, I learned, I've never really taken the lead in anything and in my life, and I'm starting to. I'm starting to now because he showed me what it means to take the lead, to be the king, to make the decisions, to own myself, to own my truth. I was starting to learn that anyway, but to work with him in person, just, wow. Yeah, it still blows my mind. I had a lot of fun down there that weekend. It was between Christmas and New Year's. I knew the experience would change me. I would come back with a new sense of confidence, a new purpose, and I'm starting to put all that to work behind the scenes. I can't wait to see how this goes. Don't want to get too much into it. It'll ruin the surprise. But yeah, there are some big things that I have coming in the works, big changes. Currently enrolled in another 6-month program with him. I'm going to be learning his trade. I'm going to be learning life coaching so that I can help other people stand in their truth and stand in their own authentic power. Basically to help people learn to empower themselves, just like I'm learning. So, my life coach is none other than Ryan Bowditch of the Mystic Misfits, a close personal friend of JP Sears. So, what's it like to work with Ryan? Man, they say when the student is ready, the master appears. Well, working with Ryan, I can honestly say the way I feel like I have got the Jedi master of self-improvement and self-empowerment working with me. It's just an awesome experience. The level of confidence that I've gained in myself, all these practices that he's put together that are still helping me learning to manifest the future, the life of my dreams, putting all this into practice. It's just simply amazing. It's like I've got Obi-Wan Kenobi teaching me, and I'm the Padawan. So I'm thrilled. I'm ecstatic. This has been just an amazing experience, and it continues to be. I can't wait to see where it all leads. But right now, I'm living in the present, grounded to the present, and I'm working on making things happen in the present. My life is good. It's only getting better. So yeah, I guess my point is, I don't think I could have experienced this level of growth this quickly without actually going on the outside and hiring Ryan as my coach. And yeah, I knew that this was going to be an investment. Yeah, I am paying. But all the money that I'm paying for this isn't just for Ryan. This is an investment in me. And by investing in myself, I'll have the tools and skills necessary to give back to help others. I just feel so much better, like I'm finally on the right path to something, actually doing something meaningful with my life. Whereas I have no passion for working on cars anymore. So that will eventually be coming to an end. I didn't intend for this video to be this long, but yeah, it's all about the value of asking for help. If you're stuck anywhere in life on anything, seek out professional help, whether it be working out at the gym, your life in general, your job, your career, relationships. Seek out a life coach. If you're depressed, seek out a therapist. we can't always do it alone. And the amount of growth you'll experience is exponential when you get a professional involved who's been there or done the work, knows how to do the work, and can guide you. That's it. That's the main point of my message. If you're stuck in life, find someone to turn to. Seek help. Drop the ego. Don't be so brash and arrogant as to think that, hey, I know all this. I could do this all on my own. Guess what? Maybe you can. But there are legitimate ways to do it and be more successful faster. I have no problem asking for help now. Not anymore from my friends, my peers, or even a hired professional. Life's amazing, keeps getting better. So I guess that's it. Oh yeah, how could I forget the other thing that's helped me so much? The yoga classes. Yeah, you could probably try to figure out yoga by watching a bunch of YouTube videos. Might help. But I would suggest things like that. Hey, go to a yoga studio. Get instruction from a teacher. It's amazing what you'll probably learn. We're all meant to grow and learn from each other. At least that's my perspective of this life. So, till next time, hey, live your life with passion and purpose. And be happy. It's a big part of it.